Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It is officially Easter in the central time zone of the United States. And if you're a religious person who is a Christian, you might be excited for the religious significance of this holiday. If you are somebody that just likes to eat candy or hunt eggs or check out bunnies, that could be exciting as well. But it is a resurrection day in a religious sense, and that is why it is so ironic that Kabam resurrected the double terms of service violation offers that I swear they would never ever bring back, at least not without posting drop rates. Now, to be clear, this is the double terms of service offer violation we have talked about so much on this channel, because not only are the drop rates not listed in the store, but when you purchase them, they're still not listed before you open the crystals. And of course, many of you have told me that you, well, one, thought they were Nexus because it was the same price as the Nexus, and we've talked a lot in this channel about how that's absolutely not correct. But then, on top of that, you also thought that you would have drop rates listed, and you just got a couple 3 stars. With that being said, Kabam has done a very shady thing, which is why I currently have these sunglasses on. And that is that they chose to respond to this in a way that makes 0 sense. It is a pathetic, confusing, scapegoat kind of response that has angered members of the community on the forums more than it has put the situation to rest. And because they resurrected on Easter their shade, it is time to examine that shade right now. So when you check out the forums, you will see amongst the responses to this a Kabam Zibit response. We've alerted the rest of the team. We had thought we had found a fix for this, but we'll continue working on getting this issue resolved as soon as possible. Now, the weird thing is Kabam has been pretty good, or at least their track record has been pretty good, when we purchase crystals with the wrong drop rates, except for those mutant crystals that some of you are still waiting for. And obviously, if you're waiting for it still now, you're never going to see the light of day. I'm sorry to tell you that. But in general, this is not good enough. Because for those of you who have purchased the offer, even if they fix it, and this goes back to the first time we saw this a week ago, they violated the Apple and Google Play agreement that they are supposed to follow legally. This is not a MCOC legal policy. This is a App Store policy. And I want to also point this out. I have not purchased either of these offers. Obviously, I didn't purchase this week, so you just saw me pull it up on my account. So I'm not making these videos because I expect something. I'm making these videos because a lot of people were scammed. And yes, in fairness, some of you, scammed or not, have pulled great luck. And you know what? That's amazing. But this should be like normal with, say, the Cavalier Nexus crystals when they have the wrong drop rates, where you get a compensation package in the form of the correct crystals with the correct drop rates in your in-game inbox. They will sadly not give refunds, and if you attempt to get a refund, I think it'll be pretty easy to get one, but then once Kabam finds out that you got one, they will give you negative units and threaten to terminate your account. So, unfortunately, for those of you who got 2-3 stars and immediately wanted to ask for a refund, I'm not saying you can't get one, but there will be consequences, and Kabam will put your account in a unit jail. So the best thing to do is to stay where you're at, continue to flood the forums and file help tickets on this and force them to address it. Because everything we know about Kabam is that if nobody addresses it, they're just going to ignore it. They're going to say, it doesn't matter that they have an argument because we're shady. So we're just going to focus on spring cleaning deals and not worry about what we did for the past 2 weeks. And look, spring cleaning deals were amazing last year. If you missed my video earlier this week going over them, I think it's worth seeing what the best offers were. First time we saw last year, Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic, and even a 6-star Awakening Gem Selector for Thronebreakers. But at the same time, if you're trying to be shady over a $5 crystal compensation, that's a pretty pathetic perspective when you're going to offer the chance through hundreds of dollars worth of unit purchases to get something much greater and to get your pocketbooks much greater in less than a week. So, a pathetic response, and I applaud Mr. K. Buggy because he said, I'm sorry, but that's really not acceptable when it's multiple weeks of breaking the terms of service agreement. This really is a huge issue that the company doesn't seem to be taking serious if the offer just keeps getting put out this way. Exactly. This is not being Mr. Negative. This is not being critical. This is being truthful. And we need to hold the company to the account of which they have agreed to for both Google Play and the Apple Store. So, shadiness on Easter, sadly, yes. But at the same time, thank you to those of you who sent this my way. Have a great rest of your Easter weekend. Don't be a pathetic response to a forum post. Be much better.